So, today, we're going on a bit of a linguistic treasure hunt. We're going to take one super simple, everyday word and just peel back its layers. And what's underneath is this fascinating story about a global communication experiment that you've probably never even heard of.
Okay, first off, a question for you. To speak English, effectively, how many words do you think you actually need? 10,000? 5,000? It's gotta be thousands, right? But what if I told you there's a system that boils it all down to just 850? Yeah, just 850. We're gonna come back to that for sure.
All right, so for this deep dive, we're putting one single word under the microscope. Our specimen for today, the word hollow. Now I know, it seems pretty straightforward, right? But as you're about to see, this word is actually part of a very, very exclusive club.
Okay, so how you say it is pretty simple. There's a tiny little difference between the UK and US versions, nothing crazy. But the word itself, it's way more versatile than you might think.
Yeah, hollow is a fantastic example of a word that pulls double duty. It could be an adjective, it can be a verb. And you know what? That versatility is our very first clue to its hidden importance.
So, as an adjective, it can mean something is physically empty. Think of a box. Or even emotionally empty, like a hollow laugh. Then, as a verb, it's the action of making something empty. Like when you hollow out a pumpkin for Halloween. It's this simple, multi-purpose usefulness that's so important. But here's the thing. I found a hidden clue in the data about this word that really caught my eye.
And here it is. This one little sentence is our big clue. Hollow is on the basic English 850 list. Now, at first glance, that just looks like, some random technical note, right? But what on earth is this 850 list? This right here is where our story takes a sharp turn away from the simple dictionary definition and straight into a massive global linguistic project.
So you see, hollow isn't just any old word. It's a member of an exclusive club. Let's dig in and find out what exactly it means to be in the 850-word club.
This is the key to the whole thing, 850. And it is absolutely not a random number. It's the precise number of words that were handpicked for a really radical idea about language.
And here is the big reveal. That 850 list? It's the entire foundation for something called Basic English. It's a super simplified, totally controlled version of English. It was designed from the ground up to be an international language, something that would be incredibly easy for anyone from any background to learn. Why? Because its entire vocabulary is made up of just those 850 carefully chosen words.
So think about this. The crucial point here is that our little specimen, hollow, it made the cut. Out of hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, this one was deemed essential. It was chosen to be one of the fundamental building blocks for a language meant for the entire world. So it's not just a word anymore, right? It's a tool.
Now, this might just sound like some quirky historical footnote, I get it. But the whole idea behind Basic English, it raises some really big, important questions about how we all communicate and what we truly need to express even complex ideas.
The whole philosophy was about breaking down communication barriers. The big idea was to show that you don't actually need a massive vocabulary to talk about complex things, that simple, versatile words can do all the heavy lifting. And that's exactly why a word like hollow was chosen, because it's concrete, it's useful, and you can apply it in a bunch of different situations. At its heart, it's this really powerful, fascinating experiment in the art of simplification.
Which, leaves us with this final question. We started this whole journey with one simple word, hollow, and we ended up with the blueprint for a global language. But it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In this search for perfect clarity and simplicity, what might get lost along the way? Is simpler language always the best path to better communication? Or is the richness, the nuance of a full vocabulary totally essential? Definitely something to think about.